Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another TPX Reviews. Today's review is the brand new Game Fuel Charged Orange Storm. It's got the Modern Warfare Call of Duty advertisement on it, so looks pretty cool. Yeah, I'll show it to you over here. Got a dude over here. Got some code under tab. That's interesting. Alright, very cool. Got some text down here. Nothing fancy up here other than that annoying tab. Alright, for the nitty gritty stuff over here. Yeah, so it's fair to say the Game Fuel, in terms of regular Game Fuel, is dead. It's just totally dead. So we will not be seeing any more like bottles of Game Fuel because, well, not only do they not have any games to promote, I don't know, they just kind of went a different route. You know, we all remember that a game would come out and 2 new flavors would be made to sponsor or feature. They would basically work well together. You know, they would work together hand in hand. So it seems like there's some kind of contract issue now where Mountain Dew just doesn't make any new flavors. So, I mean, if you look what's really going on, so Pepsi makes Mountain Dew. They also make AMP. So what originally would happen is obviously a game would come out like Forza, and 2 new flavors would come out for Forza, specifically for that game. Then, but they always would sometimes bring back cherry citrus as like a returning flavor. Like sometimes they would only invent 1 new flavor. And then from that point, they would bring back cherry citrus as the other flavor. So like Halo was always cherry citrus, and then they'd make another Halo flavor. But then they would come out again with like another flavor with cherry citrus next to it. Then they started deviating from that, and they started making 2 flavors, like tropical, pineapple, and something black, like the berry one. And that was for, you know, so cherry citrus has always been like a returning flavor, but lately, like, that's been switched up a lot. So this guy over here, ever since Game Fuel came out, it looks like they've discontinued that original promotion. Usually by like Christmas or like December, like we get the Game Fuel would happen in November, and then we end up getting a I don't know, like we'd end up with a Game Fuel at least sometime, like either we might still get a bottle of Game Fuel. Like this is just the new type of thing they're doing. But so let's take a sniff. But it smells really good. It smells like mandarin. Yeah, it smells like orange mandarin. Also like orange soda. Sorry about talking a lot about this, but this is something that's been kind of bugging me. So, I don't know what's gonna happen. It looks like Game Fuel is definitely taking a turn, and they're not really focusing on the old bottles anymore, or the cans, the 12 packs that would come out for to promote a game. Like instead of Call of Duty coming out this year with, you know, 2 new flavors, like, I don't know, like some kind of Call of Duty Lemonade or Call of Duty Raspberry or Call of Duty Raspberry Lemonade, they just said, nope, we're coming out with Game Fuel all year long now, and we're just putting games on the can to promote them that way. So no longer just are they just making specific flavors. The only one that might come back is cherry citrus. That's basically the long and the short of it. So let's take a sip. It smells like orange and mandarin. It smells like orange soda. It smells pretty good. It pretty much reminds me of a lighter version of the amp that we used to have, the orange one. I don't remember the name of it. It was Revive, Focus, Traction. I don't know. There was all kinds of funky names, but amp used to do their own thing. Pretty much what happened is amp as we know it took a nosedive, and they're discontinuing the amp line. What they're doing with it is now they're merging Mountain Dew Game Fuel and amp, and they're smashing them together, basically to say that, you know, amp is just dead by itself. And these have increased their sales. I don't really know what they're doing, because like they could have just faded one of them away. I personally wish that they just went back to Mountain Dew amp and just not called this Game Fuel, you know, but still did what they were doing with the bottles. Like call this Mountain Dew amp, you know, Charge Strike, and then just leave that off and put this big logo here, and then just remove Game Fuel, because Game Fuel has always been a staple to the community of, you know, Mountain Dews, that they pretty much that a new cool flavor was coming out, and everybody looked forward to Game Fuel when it was released by the end of the year. But I'm gonna check and see what's going on. But anyways, this is pretty much just like a very light orange. This reminds me of like kind of like Livewire. Reminds me of the amp that we used to have. Well, there is still an orange amp. I still have the old can, in fact. Looks pretty cool. I don't think I'm ever going to run to reviewing it, but yeah, I do have the can, so. Alright, so this is what amp used to look like. So, still potential for review. It's probably really old, really bad, not really, yeah. October 25th, 2015. Yeah, that's probably not really that good to drink, but it's always been. So they used to call this one Active. Now, the other names were old. You know, this is Focus Mixed Berry. They did have, what was it? They had different names, I think, for the orange and the blue, and I also had the red. But pretty much, they had different names than that. They weren't always, like, they weren't called Focused. And yeah, they weren't. They were called something a little different. I can't remember what it was. It was like the grape was Traction. They really forgot about the grape. Grape amp was probably the coolest, because even today, we really haven't gotten a replacement to that, unless you want to call Pitch Black. I don't even know. But maybe someday we'll get a purple Game Fuel. That'll be sweet. I thought we were supposed to get a berry lime. We never got that. And I think there might be one other flavor. I think I saw it on Dead Carpet's channel. So, keeping an eye out for that. But yeah, this is pretty good, pretty refreshing. Not too bad. It just kind of reminds me of like 100 other orange, either energy drinks or soda that I've had. There's really nothing that stands out too much. It's pretty average. It's really quite, you know, familiar. It doesn't stand out. Really, really doesn't stand out. But, you know, it's all good. But yeah, I don't know. I know you guys probably didn't enjoy this review, so I'm not even gonna say that I hope you did. But if you did if you did enjoy the review, then damn, thank you. It was very, I don't really know. The game feels tricky. I have more to say about where they come from and everything, and how I don't like this turn that they've done with this, rather than the actual drink itself, because it's pretty meh. It's basically just orange soda. Glorified orange soda with more caffeine in it, and they already have that. Livewire is already better than this by a long shot, so I don't even know the point of making these, or for that matter, the caffeine really isn't that much worse either. Like Mountain Dew Livewire, I think has 70 milligrams of caffeine. This has 90, like whatever, and you get 20. That's for 20 ounces. This is like not 20 ounces, 16. So you're getting less caffeine, actually, I believe, if you do the math correctly, because you're not consuming, I don't know, whatever. But they're packing more in this one than whatever. All I know is that it's kind of, the whole product as a whole is kind of meh. But in terms of like the game fuels that I've already reviewed, yeah, it's a 9. I don't remember what I gave those other ones, but like, if those were 10s, this is a 9. I would say this is a step back from whatever I gave it. So it's not like as good as the originals, like the other flavors, the blue. But it's pretty much it. So yeah, thanks for popping by. Don't know, but that's about it. So thanks for watching, guys. TPX reviews for the new Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, known as Charged Orange Storm. And yeah, if you see it, give it a try. It's orange soda, Livewire, Game Fuel, but still think Livewire is better. So just buy that instead. But yeah, peace.